Hey guys, Extreme Strategy here, and today I'm going to be covering 9 Wood Elf Regiments of Renown that come with the Wood Elf Regiments of Renown mod that was made by Decomposed. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe. First up, we have the Dryads of the Willow Groves. These are your Dryads Regiment of Renown. They have Forest Spirit, Vanguard Deployment, Frenzy, and Poison attacks. And because of those poison attacks and the debuffs that they inflict, they're able to take on enemy units one-on-one and be able to win without taking too much damage to themselves. It's not going to be an easy victory, but it will most certainly be a definite victory. All in all, a very good early game Regiments of Renown. Next up, we have the Cult of the Blood Queen. These are the War Dancer Regiments of Renown. They are Forest Stalkers, Melee Experts, and Cain Followers, which gives them the bonus effect Worshippers of Cain, which is plus 25% armor-piercing weapon damage, plus 10% physical resistance, plus 15 melee attack, and minus 10 melee defense. The ability pops off whenever they are in combat, and inside of combat, they do an absolute ton of damage. They will absolutely shred everything that they come across. Already, there's a massive difference in the amount of damage taken between these Chaos Marauders and the Cult of the Blood Queen. In short, these are a very, very powerful melee infantry regiments of renown. Next up, we have Elrods Glade Guardians. They are Forest Stalker, armor-piercing missiles, good range, and it says decent melee combatant. I very much beg to differ. However, they do a ton of damage with their arrows. First volley already took out a massive chunk of the Chaos Marauder's health. Second one comes on in and it just absolutely shreds them. They are excellent at ranged, but do not be fooled, or just because their card has decent melee combatant, nothing. Next up, we have Shadow Band of the Oblast. The Deep Woods Scouts Regiment of Renown. They have Forest Stalker, Anti-Large, True Flight Arrows, and Master Ambusher. The reason that this has to be paused, they have already shot a volley of arrows. These guys' range is 360 degrees and absolutely insane. Battle has only been going on for 3 seconds and already arrows are flying. And the first volley hits. The damage done by the Shadow Band of the Oblast against infantry is very pathetic. It leaves much to be desired. However, their true strength actually comes from their anti-large, which allows them to take on large entities very easily. And then inside of melee, they don't hold up very well at all because they're ranged unit. They're not meant to actually engage the enemy in hand-to-hand combat. Lastly, for the ranged units, we have the Ashen Hawks. They have Forest Stalker, armor-piercing missiles. They're Scarlock's Disciples, which gives them plus 30% armor-piercing missile damage, plus 15 reload skill, and plus 30% base missile damage. They also have good range. However, they don't seem to have very good accuracy. As we were about to watch, the first couple of volleys practically miss most everything. Their accuracy, however, does improve on the second volley. They do seem to be able to do fairly decent damage. However, in my opinion, the Elrods Glade Guardians are still the best of the ranged regiments of renown. Next up, we have the Spears of Orion. These are Forest Stalker, Allegiance to the King, Vanguard Deployment, and Frenzy. For Allegiance to the King, giving them plus 12 melee attack and plus 22 melee defense when their hit points are below 20%. Inside of combat, these are very powerful, and with them being shot cav, you can do cycle charges with them to rack up a ton of damage. However, they do have the capability to stay in combat for short periods of time before having to pull out. But as I said, cycle charges will still be very devastating, and with the sheer number of the Spears of Orion, they'll certainly be able to get into the enemy lines very easily. Next up, we have the Daughters of Winter. They have Forest Stalker, Hypothermia, Very Fast, and Vanguard Deployment. They're a ranged cav unit, meaning that they do not have a whole lot of range. However, they have good damage and a good rate of fire, as you can see right here. That did a decent amount of damage to the Chaos Marauders. And when they combine their fire, they'll be able to do even more damage. However, these are kind of a basic unit without anything really special behind them that makes them different from other ranged cav. Next up, we have Tarocs Falcons Hawk Riders. They are armor-piercing in melee, anti-infantry, very fast, and Vanguard Deployment. These units can zoom around the battle, harassing and dive-bombing your enemies, and they do so much damage. And in a swarm like this, they will be able to absolutely shred everything that they come across, as these Chaos Marauders are about to find out when they just have tons of hawks land on them, and then they just get encircled by said hawks. This is a very fast and very quick way to absolutely shred enemy infantry, or just about any infantry that you have to deal with. Next up, we have Durthus Wargrove, the Ancient Treemen Regiments of Renown. These are the best Wood Elf Regiments of Renown or Wood Elf unit. They are armored, Forest Spirit, Cause Tear, charge defense against all. They have insane hit points, insane armor, excellent leadership. However, they are very slow in speed, and their damage is mediocre. However, they have Titans of Ages Past, which is a special ability that gives them plus 25% armor-piercing weapon damage, plus 25% base weapon damage, and the Unbreakable ability. So as I said, very slow and lumbering. However, with those large sweeping attacks that they do, the fact that they are monsters, they do some good AoE damage, which actually makes up for their mediocre base weapon damage, making these units very effective and very powerful in combat. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe. Go check out the Discord server and this mod. Links to both those in the description below. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy